By the way, here's a guy that knows a little bit about quarterback play, and you guys can put your headphones on as we're going out on the video chat line. And Darian Durant joins us from Eastern Canada. He's got the Tar Heels hat this morning. How you doing, Doubles?
Doing good. Felt like repping the squad this morning. So how's everything going?
It is good. It's hot out here, probably the same as where you are as well. So I just want to bring you in on the discussion that I had with Getz. I said, he probably caught more touchdown passes from you than anybody else. And he said, no, it was number 7. Can you settle that tie and talk about that a bit?
Who is it, first of all? Who has the win?
Well, he thinks it's Dressler. I thought it was Getzlaf. He says it's a slam dunk that it's Dressler caught more touchdowns from you than Getz did.
I don't know. I think Getz caught a lot of big plays from me while Dress did a lot of the dirty work underneath. So we have to go to the stat book and find out what's definite on that.
Well, you've given me something to do for the rest of the day. Now it's driving me nuts. Darian, what about? I know you're watching these Rider games. Cody Fajardo, best 2-game start in Saskatchewan football history for a quarterback making his Rider debut. That includes you, Austin, Joseph, Lancaster. Wow. What did you think when you saw this guy shooting the lights out?
I was happy for him, first and foremost. I mean, for a young guy to come in and do what he's done, it's phenomenal. People don't understand how hard it is to play quarterback in the CFL, and for him to have that type of success, I was happy for him. But on the flip side of things, I do understand that, and Getz can attest to this, that when you're playing against some of those Eastern teams early in the season, you feel like those are games you should have, and those are games you should have a lot of success in. So the West is a different animal, as we all know. So him doing it against the East, yeah, I was happy to see it, but I really want to see what he can do against these Western teams.
Darian, I know Rod's going to get into some other things too, but we've been talking a lot about Cody Fajardo. Early in the season, it was Isaac Harker, who was the number 3 coming in. What do you remember about your time coming into the league and the process, who you were behind, what you learned to make you ready to be a starting quarterback? Because the fans, they all want to rush the guy in and be the star. But when I look at the great quarterbacks, Anthony Calvillo, even Doug Flutie when he came up here, it feels like, no, it takes some time and you have to learn the game. And it's not that easy when guys say, well, no, the only way to learn is to play.
No, I disagree. I think a lot of the guys, a lot of your better guys that have come across the CFL definitely have to pay their dues and sit behind some great quarterbacks and just learn the ropes. Myself personally, I sat behind Rock when I first came in. It was Rocky Butler as the 3, and then coming into camp, it was Marcus Crandall and Kerry Joseph competing for the starting job. So you look at Marcus and Kerry, here are 2 of the smarter guys on the cerebral side of the game. They taught me the ropes that way. I had a little bit more athletic ability than Marcus. So, learning when to run, when to sit in the pocket and make decisions. I had 2 of the best guys to sit back and learn after. And when I got that opportunity, and I'm sure Eric Tillman felt the same way, that's why he traded Kerry. He felt like I had paid my dues. I had waited behind some great quarterbacks, and it was time to go. So I believe that for any quarterback, if you can play behind a veteran that's had some success, who can show you the ropes, teach you how to read coverages, it makes it a lot easier when it's your opportunity.
Getz, you got anything for Doubles this morning? And you got to go right away, so you got anything to say to your old teammate?
I'm good for a few minutes yet. So
you want to think? Okay, good.
No, Doubles on here. I see a question there. You want me to answer that question?
Yeah, the question is from Jesse Robson. Hey, Chris, what is the most memorable catch you caught from Double D? You want to answer that one?
Yeah, I mean, I got one that always stands out in my mind. There was obviously quite a few big ones, but I'm going to go back to the Calgary game. Yeah, 2009, I got my first actual start as a 4-man rotation, and we're in Calgary. We're down by 6 with, I think it was a minute 29 left, and Doubles threw me a ball over the middle for a 60-yard touchdown, and we ended up winning the game by 1. And that kind of really kick-started my career as being a full-time starter.
Doubles, what do you remember about that play?
The thing I remember most is just the communication we had. Not even the play itself, but just how we've practiced throughout the years. You go back to 2007, myself and Getty, we were going against the Grey Cup winning defense all year. kind of prepped ourselves for this opportunity. And, we would talk coverages and talk if we would get in a situation in the game, what we would do. So the chats that we had leading up to that play is what I remember most. And it just worked so many times in our career. I can just look back and everything just works out how you talk about it, from film study to how a DB is going to play, his leverage, all of that stuff. So on that play, it's just all about the communication beforehand. Me saying, hey, Getty, if they give us 0 right here, I'm going to put this ball on the backside hash. You just go get it. And for things to work out like that, it's just perfect.
Somebody wrote into here the other day that the Rough Riders quarterback position's been in a state of flux since the the Banjo Bowl of 2016? 2014. 2014! That's 5 years ago, Darian. They haven't replaced you. And your career was never the same after either. Do you think about that day much anymore? Or have you moved? Because clearly they're still thinking about it around here.
No question. I think about it all the time. One of my good friends, Tristan Jackson and Terrell Mays, they always make a joke. We could have still been playing if you wouldn't have went down in Winnipeg that day. And just for it to all happen on a play that was blown dead, that's what makes it even more frustrating. Just how you could just lose so much and how things could just go downhill so fast after one play. And, just looking back on it, I made some questionable decisions myself in my career. Of course, hindsight is 20/20 for any athlete. But at the end of the day, I do feel like things went downhill right after that.
Wayne in BC watching this morning. He's out in Victoria. He says, hey, Darian, is coaching in your future? I'm sure you're asked that every day, but I want to just examine that a little further. Somebody brought up how Calgary's had this quarterback train forever, and it's Huff, Nagel, and Dickinson running the show out there, and I think it might take a quarterback to identify a quarterback, in which case maybe you should be in personnel or coaching or something. You must be thinking about it.
No question. It's always been a dream of mine to get into personnel. So I don't think I want to coach. I'm past the part of, being on the field and dealing with the X's and O's of that nature. But I really do feel like I have a great eye for talent, whether it's scouting or whether it's player personnel, you name it, just front office. That's definitely a dream of mine. So just at this point in time, I just had my girls, so I just want to spend a little time with them, be home, and just sit back and relax and let the football phase of my life just go away a little bit, because I still get the itch. But, personnel is definitely something that I want to pursue in the near future.
Well, you look good. You look relaxed. You lost any of the under here. And, your buddy G-Roy is crushing it out there in BC. He's loving this personnel thing. So I would assume that when you're ready to do it, the offers will be there.
The thing you have to do with that is make sure you find a good situation. Time after time, you see guys, leave teams, get in certain situations, and then a year or two later, they don't have a job. So if you look at that Calgary situation, there's just so much stability at the top. You have coaches each and every year deciding that they want to stay on the staff instead of pursuing head coaching opportunities elsewhere. That's how secure they have that train that they're running. So you definitely want to wait on a good situation, and that's what I'm waiting on.
Anything else for doubles before we let him go? And you, Getz, got a roll too? Anything for your boy?
No, just a pleasure getting on here and chatting with you, Dabs. Been a minute.
How's it been? How you been?
Been great, man. Just been working and golfing for the most part. That's life.
Nice. I'll be out there next month. We'll definitely be able to chat
we
it
got
up.
to link up for sure then.
All right, Doubles, great job. You look great. Enjoy your Friday, and let's do it again. Continued success in your world. I'm glad that it's going so well.
Thanks, man. Take care. Happy for you.
All right, appreciate it. Darian Durant, video chat from the T-Dot this morning. And by the way, Getz, before I let you go, you talk about business and so forth. Lady Getz, the wonderful Tia Getzlaf, who loves this show. She told me she loves it. She loves being able to watch on Facebook. She's crushing it, too, in the business world.
Yeah, she's booming. She's got a online store. It's doing really, really well, and actually, she has her studio space actually open for today and tomorrow for a sidewalk sale. So it's down on Smith and 11th.
Smith and 11th, Lady Getz, ladies apparel. What's she doing?
It's mostly, like you said, ladies apparel, mostly casual wear. She does have a few different accessories as well, but primarily focused on ladies apparel and comfortable wear.
Sidewalk sale today and tomorrow?
Today and tomorrow, yep. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., I believe.
All right, good stuff. Well, we got a lot out of you today, a lot of analysis gets, so thank you for that. Appreciate every time you can stop by, and have a great weekend. We'll do it again soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Chris Getzlaf here joining us in the bunker on this Friday, episode 30 of The Rod Pedersen Show.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.